Hey, it's Mac. How y'all doing out there? Today's video is on boosting your brain power. I'm going to talk about 5 areas of the brain if they're failing, according to Dr. Daniel Amen's Health Assessment Guide. I'm going to give y'all 5 problems of the 10 on his assessment. For those that are not subscribed to my channel, hey, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like and give me a comment. If you like something about the video, leave a comment below. If you have a topic that you want me to cover, let me know in the comment. If you're here for boosting the brain, let's get right into the topic. Boost your brain power. Like I said, I'll be talking about the 5 parts of the brain. I'm going to give you 5 problems. If you may want to get a pencil and pad out if you like to follow along with me and see if these are problems that you have. In the description, I'll put a scale that you can use also to answer those 5 problems, whether it's rarely, frequently, very frequently. Look for that in the description. I'm going to talk about supplements, okay, that you can use to support the brain. And of course, I'll have a link in the description to Mac's Herb Shop. We have the supplements that can support and boost your brain power. I'm going to have some other ways near the end. I'll discuss other ways you can stimulate your brain. Something hands-on, you know, give y'all something extra there. All right, if you're ready, let's get right into it. The prefrontal cortex. These are issues that you may have if your prefrontal cortex is failing you. A lack of attention to detail, procrastination, lack clear goals. You need caffeine or nicotine to focus. Are you the kind of person that blurt out answers before the questions have been finished? Do you interrupt frequently? All of these are signs you may want to check your prefrontal cortex. And here are some supplements that can help if you're having that problem to boost your prefrontal cortex. L-Tyrosine, zinc, omega-3. We also have SAMe, which is an enzyme. SAMe just basically stands for this long word here, if you can see. Now, number 2, we're going to get into the Anterior Cingulate Gyrus, or ACG for short. All right, the Anterior Cingulate Gyrus. If you're having problems with worry, hold grudges, if you feel upset when things are out of place, you dislike change, you need to have things done a certain way, or you get very upset about it. These are signs that your anterior cingulate gyrus needs boosting. Here are some of the supplements. St. John's wort, omega-3. Now you're going to see omega-3 probably on all of these slides. Omega-3 is one of the most basic needs for the brain. 5-HTP. 5-HTP is a neurotransmitter. It converts to serotonin in the body. Let me tell you a little bit about the anterior cingulate gyrus. The ACG is the brain's gear shifter. It helps us shift our attention from task to task and idea to idea, kind of like multitasking. It is involved with cognitive flexibility, going with the flow, cooperation, and error detection. High scores on this checklist are associated with problems shifting attention, which may be manifested by cognitive inflexibility, obsessive thoughts, compulsive behaviors, excessive worrying, being argumentative or oppositional, and getting stuck. When you get stuck on certain thoughts or actions, that's when your ACG is failing. All right, that's number 2. Let's go to number 3, your deep limbic system. All right, the deep limbic system, if you have problems feeling sad, feeling bored, low energy, crying spells, or just feel socially isolated. These are problems that would indicate a failing deep limbic system. And these are the supplements that we'd recommend to boost that portion of the brain. SAMe, there you go again, also omega-3 and L-Tyrosine. Also DL-phenylalanine. Man, that's a long word. It's used to form tyrosine. It's found in a lot of protein-rich foods too. I'll call it DLP for short. All right, let's talk a little bit about what the deep limbic system is. It's about the size of a walnut. The DLS is involved in setting a person's emotional tone. When the DLS is less active, there is generally a positive or more hopeful state of mind. When it is heated up or overactive, negativity can take over. The DLS also affects motivation and drive and directly processes the sense of smell. Because your sense of smell goes directly to the deep limbic system, it is easy to see why smells can have such a powerful impact on our feelings and our state of mind. In general, the problems with the DLS are associated with depression and negativity, along with low motivation, libido, and energy. All right, let's go to number 4. The basal ganglia. The basal ganglia, or BG, if you have feelings of nervousness and anxiety, feelings of panic, avoid conflict, do you lack confidence in your abilities? Are you quick to get startled? These are signs that your BG is failing. Now let's look at some of the supplements to boost that BG. GABA, oh man, this is one of my favorites. GABA, which is an amino acid. Real long word, it's like gamma butyl acid, something's called. Omega-3, there you go. Theanine, valerian root. Oh, that's another one of my old time herbs I used to use a lot. Valerian root, when I have problems with anxiety, and especially if you have problems with sleep, valerian root is a natural sedative. I mean, that thing will put you out like a light, and you will get a nice deep sleep. I mean, nice deep sleep. I don't care what kind of noise is going on. When you're drinking that valerian root and using it to help you sleep, you will not hear anything. Nothing will wake you up. All right, let's talk about the BG. The BG helps set the brain's idle or anxiety level. Increased activity in this part of the brain is often associated with anxiety. Left-sided problems are often associated with irritability, while the right-sided problems, which is the right side of the brain, are associated with inwardly directed anxiety. We have seen relaxation therapies such as biofeedback, hypnosis, as well as cognitive therapies that help calm this part of the brain. That's why they got that valerian in there. I'm telling you, it will definitely calm you and put you out, and you'll have the deepest sleep. It's been a long time since I had to use valerian root. But if you're having that kind of problem, anxiety and things of that sort, you may want to try it. All right, let's get to number 5. Last but not least, the temporal lobes. All right, TL. If you have a failing temporal lobe, you may have a short fuse. Misinterpret comments as negative when they are not. Have you had head injuries? Nah, I know that's me. Have you had periods of forgetfulness? I can attest to that. Have you had trouble finding the right word to say? Man, look like this is right down my alley. And I know that's gotta be my temporal lobe failing. Now let's look at some of the supplements to support the TL. GABA, there you go. That's my favorite. I use GABA like water. GABA, omega-3, there you go again with omega-3. Valerian, up there again. Ginkgo biloba. And we have a product called Brain Protex with Huperzine Z. Brain Protex is a combination of herbs. It actually have ginkgo biloba in it. It also have Huperzine A, and it have some other herbs that are in it. It's a combination of herbs that are in Brain Protex. So it definitely will help your TL. Yeah, that GABA, I just wanted to say, I've been taking that for a long time. When I was going to school working on my master's, I took GABA, and it was like in my body, I'm sure, for at least a month. I came to school one day. I had missed getting the notes for this test. I had missed a day. I come back, the teacher say, we're having a test today. I'm like, what? And so I talked to one of my classmates. They gave me the notes because the teacher had given the notes the day before when I was absent. And I'm telling you, I had been taking this GABA for at least a month. I mean, it probably was more than a month, every day, taking the GABA. And this guy gave me the notes within about like 10 minutes, maybe 15. Then the teacher started the test. And guess what I got on the test? Yeah, a B. I got a B. And I'm talking about that was just the studying I did, that 10 or 15 minutes that my classmate gave me the notes. I'm telling you, GABA, it works on that memory and helps boost it like you never would believe. Give y'all a little more information on the temporal lobes. The temporal lobes underneath your temples and beneath and behind your eyes, I'm sure most of y'all know what a temple is, are involved with language, hearing and reading social cues, processing music and tone of voice, short-term memory, getting memories into long-term storage and mood stability. They also help with recognizing objects by sight and naming them. Trouble in the temporal lobes leads to both short and long-term memory problems. I'm telling you, I had loads of those. Because what I didn't tell y'all, I've been in several car accidents, unfortunately. And in a couple of the car accidents I was in, I was unconscious. I went unconscious for maybe close to 30, 40 seconds in one of them. And maybe another one, maybe a little longer. But when you have situations like that, trust me, your brain gets affected. And so I have been having problems with short-term, long-term memory. This was maybe way back about 10, 15, years ago, but still, I was going to school during the time working on my master's, and I had to get a pen from my doctor. They sent me to a specialist, and I used a pen that recorded, it would record my teacher's voice while I was writing. And I'm telling you, that thing came in handy. I'm telling you, my memory was really challenging me. All right, here's the extra for those that hung in there. I'm gonna give you some of my hands-on ways to boost the brain that I know about. Let's see. All right, these are other brain boosters. I got this from a Chinese doctor. She was telling me, all you have to do is pull the bottom of your earlobe. Pull the bottom of your earlobe, just take your forefinger and your thumb and just pull on the bottom of your earlobe. The tips of your fingers, if you tap both hands all over your scalp with the tips of your fingers. And I'm gonna pull down the slide and show y'all so you can see. And another one is open your palm up and tap your thumb and your forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. All right, so pull your earlobe. If y'all couldn't see me, it's just take your hand and your thumb like that, and you just pull your earlobe. I don't know, maybe every day you want to do this in the morning for maybe 5 or 10 times. But I couldn't believe it. She said, pull your earlobe. So I'm thinking, okay, if I pull this side, I think I want to pull this side too. You know, even out your brain waves there. You got to get the left and the right brain right. So, you know, pull your earlobe. And then the other one was you just open the palm of your hand, you know, and you take your finger, y'all can see me, and you tap with your forefinger. Then you tap with the middle finger. Then you tap with the ring finger. Then you tap with the small finger. So you just open your palm and then tap your fingers. You can do that like 5 or 10 times, whatever. Let's see, it was another one I wanted to talk about. Oh, the other one I don't think I hit is take the tips of your finger and just tap all over on the top of your head with the tips of your finger. Just tap all over your head. You can do this maybe in the morning, you know, instead of getting that caffeine, just tap all over. You know, I know a lot of African-American females, when y'all have that hairdo, you done paid about $7,500 and y'all be doing that pat, pat. Instead of doing the pat, pat, take the fingertips and do that pat, pat, you know, all over that head. Then you stimulating that TL, the temporal lobe, helping that short-term and long-term memory, okay? Do that in the morning and see how that works for you. I know maybe you could do that for like 30 seconds or heck, 1 minute, depending on what kind of problem you're having. Now, it's something else I wanted to show y'all. Now, I know I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with a lot of things that can boost your memory, like those crossword puzzles, Sudoku. It's a lot of games that I have too that I like to help boost your memory. I love those word searches, the word search. Oh man, I have books and books of that. I like to take them on a plane with me and do the word searches, or even the things that have numbers and you have to search for a series of numbers. I love those. But you know what's my number one? And it's been a while since I used it. Simon Says. Who has one of these? Simon Says. This is wow, this game, I'm telling you, this will challenge your memory. If you can do this game, it will challenge it, I'm telling you. Let me see if I can turn it on right quick for y'all. Anyway, y'all may want to go in the toy store somewhere and check to see if they have the Simon Says. It blinks and it does a series of blinks, and you have to repeat it by pushing these tabs. All right, Simon Says. Well, that's all I have today, folks. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and look for my next video. It'll be some in the end card. It'll be another video that you can check out. Maybe you haven't seen of mine. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. That's all I have today. Thanks for stopping by Holistic Health Talk.